when it does, the silence is louder than the engines. In 2026, Formula One begins again. New rules, new machines, new power, new regulations. The balance has shifted. The old guard defends, the next generation attacks. Legends chase legacy. Champions chase history. New names enter the fight. And for some, it's their last chance. The future is here. The future is now. And still, it all begins when 5 lights go out. This is Formula Friday.
It's Formula Friday. It's Formula Friday. It's Formula Friday. It's Formula Friday. Formula Friday.
I am from Formula.
Thank you. It was just a whimsical, just total. Yeah, I just decided to do it one day. I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea, and then I really enjoy you jumping on and doing that because I did voiceover for it and it didn't sound good. You had that great voice and you brought the energy and the boom, and it was really cool to actually take my love for audio and doing all that and combine it all to it. So it turned out pretty good. I'm very happy with it.
Week, Australia is happening on Saturday night at 10 p.m. Central Time, or as I call it, God's Time. And we will preview that. But we have a laundry list of news to talk about because the last week has been filled with things like golf clubs and Cadillac chocolate cars and Apple and Netflix partnerships. But before we even think about diving into all of that stuff, Lewis, how's your week?
It's been pretty good. Just working on the new job and everything, and so it's been fun. Just tiring, lack of sleep. Got a new hobby. Got a 3D printer, so that's been fun.
Oh,
Yeah, just been printing everything nonstop as much as I can.
I've wanted a 3D printer for a while, but I can't quite justify it. And I mean, obviously, I have a wedding coming up, so I need to save money and not spend money. But I've wanted a 3D printer for a bit just to make little knickknacks sometimes. Sometimes you just want to make a knickknack.
Yeah, I've been making a lot of fidgets for the kids. It's been fun.
Honestly, I think that is the number one use for a personal use for a 3D printer is just to make fidgets.
Yeah, it's been fidgets. I made a friend of mine. We got into Diablo together, so I made him like a little Lilith controller stand.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's been fun. Other than that, my week's been pretty boring. How about you? How's your week been?
Week's been okay. I'm starting to wind down a little bit from chess. I think it's a seasonal thing. Um, Again, not a great week in chess for me, but my elo is still around the 530s now, which at the highest it was 574, so that's what it is. But baseball has been happening. I've been watching a lot of baseball. The disc golf is a thing that I play, right? I love disc golf. And I've been watching the pro tour of disc golf, but it's starting to get nicer outside, and I've been kind of I've been itching to get out there and play disc golf again. My fiance and I both really love just to tickle chains, is what I call it. I call it chain tickling. And I am not good at it. It's another one of those hobbies of mine that I suck at it, but I still enjoy doing it. And at the end of the day, you don't have to be good at something you enjoy doing. It's
Yeah.
just, I like to use it as a way to get out into nature and just, there's something primal about it, just throwing something at a target.
Yeah, I tried that once and I went straight into a tree. So I
That
was
sounds
not
about
very
right.
good. Yeah, I wasn't very good at it, but it was fun. It
I'm
was it was it was mostly about hanging out with the friends outside.
Yeah, I mean that is what it's all about. Oh, I've also been playing a lot of Forza Horizon 5 in anticipation for Forza Horizon 6. Grinding my way through that, just finishing things that I never really did in 5. I started working on the Hot Wheels DLC. Not a huge fan of it. I liked the Hot Wheels DLC in Forza Horizon 3 a lot more than this one. But I heard the Rally expansion, which is the second one that came out, is really good. So I'm just kind of basically forcing my way through the Hot Wheels one just to basically do everything, not everything, but most of everything in the Hot Wheels DLC before I move on to the Rally. And then Forza Horizon 6 comes out in the middle of May, and
Hmm.
I'll hopefully just be ready to go there. And it takes place in Japan. The driving is supposed to be better since they're not really doing anything with Forza Motorsport anymore. They've focused a little more dev on Horizon 6, and they've fixed some like steering wheel issues that people were having. And I'm excited just to get in a tiny truck and cruise around Japan. That's mostly what I'm going to use it for.
Yeah, that's gonna be the fun part. I always love those games just for the cruising around and having fun part.
Hmm.
Yeah, games I haven't really played it. I've been playing a lot of like Balatro, just good old mindless fun. Watch numbers go up.
I do like numbers going up.
Board
I don't have a good
transition.
transition
Yep.
to get into the news. uh, I'm just going to go first on the list. Apple and Netflix are collaborating in the US market because of the whole Apple having the rights to Formula 1, and now Drive to Survive is on Apple. And we figured this news out last Thursday, and Drive to Survive came out last Friday. So it was kind of one of those, hey, by the way, if you want to watch Drive to Survive, it's on Apple, and also you can we're gonna let Netflix carry the F1 live coverage of the Canadian Grand Prix in May for whatever reason. So
Hmm.
that's a thing.
Hmm.
It's an interesting collaboration because it's something I've always kind of been curious about. Well, always. It's something I've been curious about since Apple got the TV rights. Is well, Netflix also has a lot of F1 content
Yeah.
between the documentaries, very good documentaries, that Senna miniseries, which I don't know if you've watched that, but it's really good. And even, I mean, Drive to Survive, like just all of that. I was curious to see how that was going to work out, and we ended up getting this Apple Netflix partnership out of it, which feels weird. And I'm interested to see if this is kind of the start of other streaming services doing these kind of partnerships.
So yeah, we're seeing a lot of streaming services move over to sports.
Hmm.
Like so I'm big into basketball, obviously. Uh like Amazon has a basketball partnership. So they're
Hmm.
streaming a lot of the NBA games now, and I know Netflix was trying to get into the sports. I think they do some NFL. I'm not a huge NFL fan, but
Netflix is doing opening day, Yankees. I don't remember who the Yankees play, but Netflix is airing the Yankees opening day.
hmm,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm okay with it. I just I don't know. I just hope that I guess I don't know too much about this in particular about the Canadian Grand Prix. I just hope that it's not blacked out for other people that don't have that streaming service. Because like we're just down this slippery slope of okay, you gotta have this streaming service or this streaming service or whatever, and then you're gonna be paying for pretty much more than cable.
how I understand it is if you have Netflix, you're just gonna be able to watch it.
But
Apple is just giving them permission. It's like,
okay,
"Hey, you
cool.
wanna do this, you can do this."
Okay, because like I pay for the NBA TV, but yet if it's broadcasted on Peacock, unless I don't have Peacock, I cannot watch the game.
That is weird. There
Yeah.
Some of the exclusive stuff gets annoying. It is an inevitable, scary, dumb fact of the world we currently live in, just the streaming hell, and the rights are all just kind of feel like they're juggling up in the air everywhere. Who knows where they're
Hmm.
gonna land? Um, as long as you have the option to watch it on Apple or Netflix, and you don't need one or the other to watch the race that's going to be on Netflix, and I can't foresee it being an issue. I got the feeling, as far as I understand it, it's just, yeah, we will throw you a bone, Netflix. You can do this. Give us Drive to Survive. You can have this.
Yeah, and it's I found out during the Daytona 500. I was talking to some friends on Discord, like we were watching the race together, like through text. I'm weird, and Formula One TV still works for me. I have yet to
Oh,
have an Apple TV account.
huh.
Yeah, I
That
don't
should have
understand.
gone into effect by now.
Yeah, it has for everybody else, but not me apparently. And I think we know Formula One might be watching our channel, so please don't take those away from me. I don't want to create an Apple account again. But yeah,
Well,
it's
good luck.
yeah, like I pulled it up during practice and it was still working. Like, okay, this is fine. I'm not going to complain. It's just I'm going to complain once I have to switch. I'm going to be that old man and be like, oh darn thing, I got to switch. But yeah, it was weird that it actually worked for me. So
Congrats. Maybe you
thanks.
shouldn't have said that.
I know.
Moving on, again, don't have a good transition. Mick Schumacher. We have an update on Mick Schumacher. The IndyCar season had started this last weekend. They raced in St. Petersburg, Florida. And you know me, I want to get into Indy. I want to watch Mick do well. I didn't get an opportunity to watch the Indy race at all on Sunday, but it didn't matter because Mick, along with Stingray Robb and Santino Ferrucci, crashed into the barrier on lap 1. Mick was just taken out of the race immediately. Oof.
Yeah, it sucks that if you were going to um watch that just for him, first lap just to be out, that would not be a fun time.
Yeah. Or maybe it would save you time. Maybe if I would have watched it, I doubt I would have kept watching it after Mick retired because that's kind of my. I mean, yeah, McLaren, I guess, but I don't. I mean, we've talked about this. I don't really necessarily have McLaren brand loyalty
Okay.
in other racing series. I like McLaren in Formula One because that's the team that I picked, and I like Lando a lot. And I don't know what I'm gonna do if Lando ever goes to another team, but that's a problem for if it ever happens. You know,
When it happens.
if. I mean, I can't see Lando to going somewhere like, I don't know, Cadillac.
Ooh, could you imagine though?
I don't.
It'd be sweet, almost like chocolate.
It would be sweet, almost like chocolate. Another fantastic transition done by us. So, Nestle, and I'm just going to read this tweet verbatim because it's unhinged. Nestle says it sculpted 770 pounds of chocolate into the form of a life-sized F1 car that is showing off to promote Kit Kat's car-shaped mini chocolates that will be sold in the UK and Ireland this year. We've already seen the Kit Kat, the little Kit Kats being sold in other countries. By the way, they on the label of those Kit Kats, the serving size went from 1 bar to 1 car, which is a little detail that they added in. But the fact that we just have a 1-to-1 scale chocolate car, what?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Was it so? Did it like melt at all? Like, how does it not melt? I don't know. Like, this is genuinely confusing to me. Like, how did they do this? And why did they do? Like, I get it's a promotion, but why? I understand at the end of the day, we ask, could we do this? Not should we do it? Is that type of situation here?
Yeah, I'm here for it because it's silly. And sometimes you just got to get silly, and I think Formula One could just use more silly.
Yeah, that's true. It does take itself too serious sometimes.
It really does. Cadillac, since we're on the Cadillac train, also doing this really cool thing. So you know how every team they'll do a race poster on social media just to promote the upcoming race. Well, Cadillac is specifically using creations by local artists from each country where each GP is being held for the race posters. I love this. I love art. I love supporting local art, local in this case being wherever you're at. And the fact that they're promoting these artists in this way on this kind of stage. For example, the one they're doing for Melbourne in Australia, it's by Elizabeth Langreader. It's just a cool poster. I don't know how to describe it because I don't know art like that. I just look at it and I appreciate it and I'm go, that's cool. But it looks really cool and I like it. It's got a very personal touch to it and it's just very real, I guess. That's all I got. I like it.
Yeah, I did see the poster. I forgot to put it in the slideshow next to us. So I'm sorry about that, viewers. But yes, it is a very cool touch. I love this from Cadillac. Another question: do they just take a step? Can they just take a step wrong, please? Why?
I mean,
Why?
they did, the whole Super Bowl commercial thing. I do think they might have been in the wrong there. So there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
one
Okay.
slap their wrist about.
Yeah. One thing, but like, yeah,
Mhm.
which is probably be settled outside of court. Not that like terrible, but like, come on. They keep on doing all these great things. I want to dislike them.
Mhm.
They can't just do this for me, can they?
I mean, no, because they continue to do cool things. Like, for example, we figured out what the car is named. The Cadillac for the season is the MAC 26. You know what the MAC 26 is, Lewis?
Michael Massey. I got nothing.
Mario Andretti Cadillac 26.
Ooh.
Andretti has been shunned and scorned and pushed away from Formula One forever. And then
For no
Cadillac is
reason,
like, you
yeah.
know what? We're going to name this after Mario Andretti. Former Formula One champion, US Formula One champion, Mario Andretti. Our car is just going to be a monument to him, and Formula One has to deal with it. And I love that
I
so
know.
much.
They,
It's so cool.
they really can't take a step wrong.
Mhm.
Like, Haas never has done anything like this. Like, Haas could have, named their cars after the presidents or something, just went through it, be American, rawr, but no.
Mhm. This is a quote from, so I got this from an article from racefans.net. This is a quote from Cadillac team CEO Dan Tauris. Naming our first chassis Mac 26 reflects the spirit Mario carried into Formula One and the belief that an American team belongs on this stage. His story embodies the American dream and inspires how we approach building this team every day. I love this team so much. And
Yeah.
Andretti has even said, racing has been the joy of my life. It's the ultimate compliment that the Cadillac F1 team sees those years as meaningful and worthy of recording this with this honor. Of course it is. Are you kidding me? The one thing I like, even the paint job, I wasn't super big on, but it's grown on me.
Yeah.
It's such a this team, dude. This team.
I know. I don't like it. As much as I want to enjoy this team, the American team, like the true American team, they can't make us like they keep on trying to pull me in, and I can't say yes to them yet.
Let it happen.
Ah,
You haven't fully committed to Aston yet. You can
I,
just do that. The season hasn't started yet. Do it before Saturday.
Nick, I got a confession to make. I'm one click away from buying Aston merch. It's in my cart. Yeah.
Are you sure
Uh,
you want to go down this road? Are you sure you want to choose pain?
I really enjoy the colors. I like
You want to
Adrian
be
Newey.
green Ferrari?
No, Ferrari's good this year.
You're right. Another not transition. I didn't have a good way to do this. McLaren is getting into the golf game.
I bet
Not
you're really happy.
GULF,
Oh,
GOLF.
oh, I thought.
Ball golf.
Oh, I heard McLaren Golf, and I thought you were going to be super excited. I didn't.
Yeah.
This is what you wanted, right? McLaren Golf.
No. So,
Oh,
I mean, yeah, but no, not like this. So they're going all in. Zach Brown is pulling all the stops for this. They hired, and this is going to mean some stuff to golf people. They hired OEM talent, head of product development from Puma Golf, the president and managing director of Callaway, and the principal engineer of design and technology from TaylorMade. Those are all very big names in golf. I don't know what this means as far as clubs and stuff. Golf is something I've always been interested in, but I can't afford that. That's why I play disc golf. It's cheaper. But this, I'm sure these clubs aren't going to be cheap because golf clubs, for some reason, are always hella expensive. But this makes me a little more interested in if I ever do get into golf and I ever come into like $1 million, I might have to get a set.
yeah. It's weird. I'm kind of interested in this. I do play golf here and there. I have garage sale clubs I got for
Mhm.
$20. They're good. It's a fun bonding time with my dad and I. But it's the golf clubs. I've never spent more than like $20 on them just because they're so expensive.
Mhm.
Though I have seen some like renders or what these might look like, and They look pretty good. And like
Oh,
from
I
what
can
people,
imagine.
yeah, just sort of like fan made and stuff like that. If they go with it, like, because McLaren colors, the papaya is beautiful,
It
and
is.
then mix that with the titanium shiny. You're gonna have the Silverstone logo, like Silverstone livery type. It's gonna look good, and
It is gonna look good.
yeah, and it won't let you down either. I wonder if the golf clubs will have papaya rules.
you
You
you use this driver here, so you have to use the other driver. Even if it's not the
exactly.
one that you want, you have to use the other driver, the other wedge. I'm bad at I don't know clubs.
Yeah, well,
Like
driver would be good.
I know the very little I've played PGA 2K21, and
Mm,
that's my extent, and Mario Golf. I played that a lot growing up.
so good. And
I would like to get into golf. I can't okay. I can't pick up another hobby because I always feel like I pick up another hobby and it drives my fiance insane. But
mhm.
also I can't afford to like even like getting a tea time. I feel like you have to have a membership at a club and it's just all of these other extra costs. It's for sure a gatekeepy kind of sport. Where
Yes.
again, disc golf just chuck some plastic in a park.
Yeah, I forgot what comedian said it once, but he said, um, "Golf is not a sport. You go to like Madison Square Garden, that's a sport when people play there because people are yelling at you. When you go to play golf, people just go shh, shh, shh. Like that's not a real sport. Then, like, yeah, it's very bougie. Which makes sense for McLaren to get into it because like Zach Brown, Lando Norris, they've all loved it and played it and everything.
So I love Zach Brown, but sometimes it makes decisions that sometimes it feels like he makes decisions that a poor person thinks that a rich person would make, if that
Ye-
makes any sense.
Yeah, like he has the money. Why not? He likes it,
Like
so
Drive to Survive last season, I think it was just him doing batting practice with the Yankees because he could. He
yeah.
just did that. They went to
Uh,
George Steinbrenner Field and he just did batting practice with the Yankees.
yeah. Have you seen this season yet?
Not yet. I don't know if
Uh,
I'm going to, but
I
I've heard it's
watched.
skipping a lot of key things.
I had it on for background noise. Good background noise. What I feel about it, but literally in there, it's him and Oscar driving old McLarens, like like Senna's McLaren and
Mm.
like Lewis Hamilton's McLaren. It's just because they can, and Zach Brown owns a collection of McLarens, also because he owns McLaren, but he also just has a collection of cars.
Hot take, it must be nice to be rich.
Is that a hot take? I think that's just the dream. I mean, don't
Well,
forget he owns the. Sorry to interrupt. He
no, you're
owned
good.
the Dale Earnhardt car that Daniel Ricciardo drove at Coda.
Yeah, the Wrangler car.
Yeah, he just has it. Just whatever.
Hmm. Well, speaking of driving old cars and being bougie, I had a transition for this one. Charles Leclerc got married.
Hmm.
I don't know if this was a known thing that was like obviously, he's been with his partner for a while. I don't remember any wedding thing happening. I was on Twitter and then all these pictures dropped. And not only did he get married, but they drove away in a Ferrari 250 Testarossa. You know
Hmm.
how many are in the world? Not a lot.
I'm
And
assuming like 250.
there's this somebody had found this camera. Like they had gotten their photographer or whatever to have this camera and drive next to them in this Ferrari. And it's very grainy, like 1960s type of camera, them driving off the coast of Monaco. And it is really cool. It
Yeah.
looks so good.
Uh, it must be really nice to be so beautiful, be so rich, be so good at your sport, to be married to a supermodel wife. He has it rough because he drives.
Yeah.
Well, he drives
I
a
mean, he
Ferrari.
does drive for Ferrari. That kind of cancels everything out, He
Yeah.
drives. But also, so I saw somebody comment this on Twitter and it made me legitimately, because they said this is a joke, but it actually made me think a lot. The fact that he is in this Ferrari that was the car that he's driving away in after his wedding, he's
Yeah.
not leaving that team. He is going to be in
Yeah.
Ferrari for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Nick, I just looked up the Ferrari 250 Testarossa. You want to take a guess on how many were produced between
9.
1957 and 1961? The
9.
total of 33.
33. Awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. And he's just driving one. Just at his wedding, because he has everything.
He is. I'm jealous, and this wasn't just to like be jealous of rich Formula One driver because I do think it is legitimately really cool.
Yes.
It's just damn, it really feel like it came out of nowhere. And also, there's some other pictures that came out. They even put Leo in a little tux.
Yeah, I
That's his
saw that. It
dog's
was
name,
really
right?
cute.
Leo.
I think so.
Whatever his dog's name is. I want to say Leo, but who knows? They put him in a tiny little tux though, and it's adorable. I love it.
So Nick, for your wedding, are you gonna have a Ferrari 250 Testarossa?
You know, I was gonna keep that a surprise, but yes, I'm
Oh,
going to have a Ferrari 250 Testarossa at my wedding.
I'm
100%.
I'm just gonna say this now. If your fiance can hear me, shotgun. Oh, it
uh,
sucks.
cool. I definitely don't have a transition here because we've had a lot of fun, but we have to get into serious mode now, Lewis. Um, there's some stuff going down in the Middle East right now. Uh, war stuff, some pretty gnarly war stuff, and I make an effort to not really talk about stuff like this on the show because that's not what it is. But this war does directly affect Formula One, and we need to talk about it. Um, the president of the FIA, Mohammed bin Sulayem, he even posted a statement on his Instagram page talking about it. I'm just going to read the statement word for word. As president of the FIA, my thoughts are with all those affected by the recent events in the Middle East. We are deeply saddened by the loss of life and stand with the families and communities impacted. At this moment of uncertainty, we hope for a calm, safety, and a swift return to stability. Dialogue and the protection of civilians must remain priorities. We are in close contact with our member clubs, championship promoters, teams, and colleagues on the ground as we monitor developments carefully and responsibly. Safety and well being will guide our decisions as we assess the forthcoming events scheduled there for the FIA World Endurance Championship and the Formula One World Championship. Our organization is built on unity and shared purpose. That unity matters now more than ever. So, the WEC has already postponed their race that was upcoming. It was supposed to be the first race of the season. Obviously, that's not going to happen. Not canceled, but postponed. Now, with Formula One, they have Bahrain and Saudi Arabia coming up. What, the fourth and fifth races?
Yes. Yeah.
Bahrain is, yep, fourth and fifth races. So if the war isn't wrapped up by April 12th, well, realistically before April 12th, they are going to have to either postpone these races until further notice, or they're just going to have to take them off the calendar. And there's a few different options here. Either Formula One can just nix both of those races and we'll have a 22 race schedule, which is fine. Or there are some other tracks that they could potentially go to. Here's a tweet from my computer load from Matt Cock. He's editor at Planet F1, and he laid out this scenario. Should Bahrain and Saudi Arabia be canceled, where could F1 race instead? India has been floated, but circuit isn't homologated, and tax issues make that a no-go. For sure. We've known India wanted to come back for a while, but as it's not cheap to get a track F1 ready. But there are some ones that can just slot in. And I'm going to read these to you, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. Portugal, it's basically ready to go. Turkey is another one. The average temperature in Istanbul in March is low, so if that does happen, it would have to be kind of shifted. And Imola is usually always race ready, right? Like Imola just feels like it's good to go already. I'm sure there are some other tracks like Hockenheim, but again, it's the homologation issues where you need to get it race ready. What are kind of your thoughts on this, I guess?
The whole situation as a whole is awful. Like the whole war, we've seen this happen. Like, where our sport's been affected by acts of violence like this before. What was it? The Saudi Arabia Grand Prix where there was literally a missile strike by the track.
Yeah,
A
just
few years
right
ago.
right next to Jeddah. That was
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
Drivers were. I'm still surprised that they raced after that.
Yeah. The like Russia being kind of banned by the FIA because of what they did with Ukraine. It's awful, and it just seems like no rhyme or reason. Act of violence for act of violence at the end of the day. So I do not support that. But moving on to Formula One, for a track to replace it, it's like you said, the homologation and getting it track ready would be the hard part. The issue with, or maybe a good thing about Imola is WEC stopped at Qatar. They didn't do Qatar for the first race, but their second race is at Imola in 43 days.
Okay.
So that's in April. So I don't know. So they should be ready to go and everything. I know some of the things for F1 to race on a track, it has to be FIA Grade 1 certified. So
Mhm.
there is only a handful of tracks that are F1 grade certified. And there's some of these tracks, Nick, I'm just going to point it out here, try to liven up the mood. These could be options. I'm just throwing out there. They
Okay.
are race ready tracks. People race there all the time. Okay.
Mhm.
So one of them, let's see, scroll down. You mentioned India. Then there, Hockenheim, you stole that from me. I was going to drop that in there. There is also the Moscow Raceway that we never got.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a little thing in the United States called Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
You think they'd go back to IMS?
I mean, the reason the issue was before was the tires.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't have issues with tires already, but the bankings and everything. But we do the banking already at Dutch Grand Prix. Granted, the Vagoness. I'm just saying that's FIA Grade 1, ready to go. They race that.
For
That was
sure.
main
My
thing there.
biggest worry with that would be similar to Turkey, where it's still going to be April in Indianapolis, and it's not necessarily going to be the warmest.
No, but it'd be cool. It'd be close to
It
us.
would be cool. Are we going to go to the IMS to watch Formula One?
I mean, possibly. I would try.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's my takes on it. That was kind of my thing. As like, I always want to try to get them to go to IMS again. Also, Circuit de Paul Ricard is also available. For
Ugh, God, I hope
yeah. I'd rather
that
just have
is
an
my
off
least
week.
favorite F1 track of all time. I hate that track, dude.
It's
I hate that track.
I understand the colors and the outside of like it's such an eyesore though.
It is. It's such a nice. It's such a flat track, dude. That track is so boring. I hate it so much.
Yeah, it's not good. It hasn't been good, and I
Has
just
there ever been a good race at that track?
I don't know. I really don't. Yeah.
So, I mean, all of this to say, obviously, we're thinking about everybody over there. We want this to end. We want it. I mean, what MBS said to get back to stability, and hope that we can get to a place where this shouldn't have to be something we have to worry about.
Agree with you with that.
Okay. Heavy topic. I saved it for the end of the news, and now I have a problem where I don't know how to go back into fun mode. So,
How about a fun fact for you, real quick?
okay.
On one of the layouts on the Circuit de Paul Ricard, Nick DeVries has the fastest lap there. Just a fun fact for you. In LMP2.
Oh, that is
Remember
a fun
Nick
fact.
DeVries? Remember his little stint?
Yeah, his kind of stint in Formula One.
Yeah, he was really good at that one race for Williams.
Everybody was so
Monza?
hyped on him, and he immediately deflated everybody.
Was it him or was it because of the car and the team and Helmut Marko?
Who knows?
I try to make it happy and vibey.
Happy and vibey.
Before
Before we preview Australia, yes.
I was gonna say, if you want to make it sad, we could talk about Aston Martin because that's pretty sad.
We will get to Aston
Okay.
Martin, but when we preview the race itself.
Okay.
But before we preview the race, it's time for our final head-to-head of the off season. Now, this should have been done last week, but I was sick, so we skipped a week. So we're going to finish it now. So it's still fine. We're going to do Mercedes first. So, of course, as always, wins, podiums, Q3%, and average finish position are what we pit both teammates against each other on. George had 2 wins last season. Famously, George one of 4 people to win a race last season.
Yeah.
Nine podiums, a 95.8% Q3 percentage, and his average finish position was 4.5. Meanwhile,
Pretty good.
Kimi, no wins, 3 podiums for a rookie, Q3 percentage of 66.6% for a rookie, and an average finish position of 9.8 for a rookie. It would have been higher, but he had that weird 5 races after Canada where they messed with the car, and then he came back toward the end of the season. And as much as I can't argue with the will of the people for choosing AHHH as our driver rookie of the year in our voting, I can't help but wonder, why would we not go with Kimi? Look at the numbers. Isaac
Yeah.
was a feel-good story, but Kimi was Kimi. I mean, look, the ball don't lie, numbers don't lie. This is numbers.
Yeah, George is pretty consistent.
George is extremely consistent,
Yeah.
which is why I think he's going to win the championship.
Yeah, I just only 2 wins. I just don't know.
Okay, you say only 2 wins, but he was also competing for wins against Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen. Only 2 wins?
You act like they're not going to be driving next year. Those people are still going to be there.
Yeah, they are. But Mercedes is built a little different this season. New regulations.
So is Ferrari. I mean,
Mhm.
Ferrari is built a little different. I am very impressed with Kimi. Another thing from Drive to Survive, they start the show off with Kimi walking from school and getting a drive home from his mom.
That's so dirty. They did him
Yes.
so dirty.
Yes, he literally gets in the car, like they show him walking, and then it goes in the car with him and his mom. Yeah, that guy got 3 podiums last year.
Yeah, he's good. He is so good. He will be an F1 champion someday. I firmly believe that.
I see him as a Ferrari driver too.
I do too. I
It's
don't
the
know
Italian.
what would have to happen for that to happen, because Toto will never let this kid go. But I do see him racing for Ferrari at some point. He
Yeah.
kind of feels like the prince that was promised.
Yeah. Would okay. You put yourself in Total Wolff's shoes. Okay.
Okay.
You're an Austrian man right now.
Okay. Oh no.
Um,
Oh no.
Max Verstappen comes to you and says he wants to drive next to George.
hmm
Do you sack Kimi? Do you?
So,
Yeah.
ignoring all of the insane series of events that would have to result in Max wanting to drive with George.
Yeah. Yes.
No. I don't think I would sack Kimi.
Yeah. That's the only way I could see. Like, his. Yeah. I couldn't do it either because Kimi has a bigger upside, and we don't know how long Max is going to drive for. But
We don't know how long Max wants to drive for.
yeah, that was like the biggest thing is like, oh, Max is going to go to Mercedes. Max is going to Mercedes. Like, it's always been a thing, like for years. So that's the only scenario I could see. Antonelli, I feel like I gotta do that with
Antonelli.
it. Yeah, exactly. But I don't see it otherwise happening.
I don't either. I mean, Max could just decide he hates these regulations and be like, all right, I'm going to focus on my endurance team.
God, I hope so. I want to see Max drive endurance.
What a
Like-
shakeup that would be. I wonder what Red Bull would like. Oof. They would have to completely rebuild everything. Everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're already rebuilding the foundation by getting rid of Helmut Marko and Christian Horner. So they're already starting the rebuild.
Yeah, but that team has still used Max as a cornerstone for the last almost 10 years.
Yeah, that's true. They would have to bring in like Seb for like a person to help rebuild it.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I know. Seb
I
is a team
still-
principal.
See, I'd like to see Seb as a team principal, but I also really very much want to see Seb as the FIA president.
Yeah, that would be amazing, but
I
that
think
won't
if
happen.
I,
But
I think if he somehow ever if it ever does end up happening, he would have so much support from everybody.
yeah, because he was the drivers' union
Mhm,
head. It was him, and then George was like the president or whatever. Like there was one and
mhm.
two. So, yeah, he's very good with the drivers and everything. I just don't think he's very corporate enough for FIA presidency.
Maybe that's
'Cause
what they need. They need a
it's what
rock star punk ass Seb to come in and shake things up.
they need it. It's just I don't think they would do it because I mean, look at Seb what he's doing now. It's just all about the like he's doing the female driving series. He's
Mhm.
planting trees. When he was at Miami, he had a helmet that said this place would be underwater.
I miss him every time I talk about him. I really
I-
do.
He's a gem. Mm,
Him and Lewis together made me so happy because they
yes.
both had that FU attitude wherever they went, and they would actively promote and not even promote, do change wherever they were. And those two together were just such an unstoppable force. And I feel like since he left, Lewis has kind of felt kind of alone in that regard.
Yeah, and don't forget, Seb was such a good driver on the track, and don't forget, Multi's 21.
Mhm.
Oh, Multi 21, Seb.
So there's this game coming out, iRacing Arcade. It's just like a kid
Yes.
version of iRacing, and they have a helmet that's going to be in the game that's loosely based off of Seb's helmet, and it's called Multi 21.
Oh, I love it so much.
It's really
That is
funny.
beautiful.
Moving on to our final head to head of the off season, McLaren. This
Hmm.
is the one I was looking forward to the most, Lewis, because this is the one that is obviously basically equal between both drivers.
Yeah.
Both Lando and Oscar, 7 wins. Lando had 18 podiums to Oscar's 16. They both had a 100% Q3 percentage. And that blew my mind because I thought for sure there was at least one race where each of them didn't make it into Q3. Nope. They always made it into Q3. Whether they finished Q3 or not was another story, but they made it into Q3.
That's, and then I guess I never realized that. That's insane.
They're the only 2 drivers that had a 100% Q3 percentage the entire season. The only 2.
Huh.
And Oscar had a slightly better average finish position at 4.2. And I know you don't have it loaded anymore, but the only other driver that had a better average finish was Max. His was like 3.8.
Hmm.
Nobody had an average finish higher than Max's at 3.8.
That's really crazy. I'm trying to think of like all the DNFs because I know like there's two that I know off the top of my head for Lando, which was the Dutch Grand Prix and Canadian.
Mhm.
And then Oscar, I know of one off the top of my head, Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
But like, I figured they would be higher than that, honestly, with all those podiums.
Yeah, I guess not though. I mean,
I guess it was podium or nothing to drop it that much.
yeah, and all these stats again come from a combination of bigf1data.com and racingreference.info. Big F1 data, by the way, if you ever want to play around with F1 stats, that's my favorite place. Not an ad. I just love it that much. You can create custom cards and everything. It's all very easy and streamlined. I love that place. So thank you, Big F1 data, for helping me do these fun little graphics during the off season. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it a lot, and it's been really fun and illuminating to compare each driver from last season just to see how close they were. And again, this McLaren one, I'm glad I saved it for last because I was going in reverse constructor, but also I knew this was going to be the closest, and just seeing tangibly at least like how close, like that's insane. They both have the same amount of wins, but Lando's 2 podiums is what won him the championship ultimately.
Yeah, how many points did he win by? I don't remember.
I also don't remember off the top of my
But
head. I'm
like,
gonna try to look
I
on.
was gonna say, wonder what would happen if they like tied on podiums too. Like if you got rid of one podium from Norris, gave one to Piastri, would they tie on points? Like just tie on everything?
Yeah, and I mean, again, when I do these stats, I only take normal races and qualifying into account. So none of this included any of the sprints. So I'm sure if I did include the sprints, like I probably should have, then the numbers would look way different. But
Yeah.
I don't like the sprints, so I didn't include them. That's as
Yeah,
simple as that.
we both agree on that.
This is just straight up 24 races. And now, Lewis, it's time.
Let's go.
The 2026 Formula One season starts this week. They start practice tomorrow. Friday? It's wonky. They're in Australia. It's different. They're racing at 10 p.m. our time, Central U.S. time, Central Standard Time, because it's right before Daylight Saving Time.
Is there daylight saving time this weekend?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So, Australia last year famously won by Lando Norris. Gabriel Bortoleto got a 5-second penalty for an unsafe release from a pit stop. This was Gabby's first race. Our Isaac Hadjar had an accident. Jack Doohan and Carlos Sainz, also accident. They didn't even make it a lap. Lap 32, Fernando Alonso, accident. Lap 45, Gabby, accident. Liam Lawson, accident. And then everybody else finished, with Ollie Behrman rounding out in the Haas on lap 57. Lando won, Max got second, George third. Famously, Oscar Piastri was fighting for second, or fighting for first, fighting Lando, and he got off in the grass on the last lap.
Yeah.
And got bypassed by everybody and ended up dropping and finishing in 9th. Heartbreaking for him, but it was really fun for me.
Well, it started a good year for you.
It did start a great year for me. I'm so excited. I love Australia a lot. It's a really good track to open the season with.
Yes. I think like the overtakes are available there. It's not just like a tilt track where it's just fast cars. There's actually good racing available for the drivers.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned the overtakes. So because of the new regulations and the weird battery stuff that they're doing, they announced the straight mode and overtake detection zones of this. And this is still very complicated, and I should understand it soon, and I just need to see it in action. But we have a graphic that F1 put out. There's 5 straight mode zones: turn 14, 1, turn 2 and 3, turn 5 and 6, turn 8 and 9, turn 10 and 11. Then the overtake detection point is turn 14. Again, still not fully sure what this will entail because I need to see it happen, but that's the thing. I mean, you said it anyway. This track lends itself to overtakes anyway. So I don't know if they necessarily need it, but it makes me a little nervous that they think that they do. I've also heard rumors that a lot of LICO, lift in, coast out, is going to be employed, which honestly should benefit Ferrari because they've been doing that for the last year already anyway.
Yeah, they're just taking a step up on it. They're just getting ahead of it.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, all I can really say about this is I can't wait to see it in action, and I'm excited to see it in action. We have a fun new graphic that they're introducing for the race that includes everything but I believe it's the battery charges, because teams obviously don't want other teams to know.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But the biggest thing about this race on Saturday night is Aston Martin, who won't finish the race. And that's not me just saying that. They straight up won't finish the race. Their power unit and the car and how everything is designed is so bad that it's vibrating everything and breaking stuff. I'm going to read this quote from Adam Cooper. He's a Formula One journalist. I trust him. I read his stuff. Adrian Newey on the Aston Martin AMR 26. That vibration into the chassis is causing a few reliability problems. Mirrors falling off, taillights falling off, all that sort of thing. Which, by the way, if you mention mirrors and taillights falling off, you can't just follow it up by saying all that sort of thing, as if that's a normal thing to happen. Cars don't do that, Adrian. You've made them. Which we are having to address, but the much more significant problem with that is the vibration is transmitted ultimately into the driver's fingers. So Fernando is of the feeling that he can't do more than 25 laps consecutively before he will risk permanent nerve damage into his hands. Lance is of the opinion that he can't do more than 15 before that threshold. You laugh at that, but that actually makes sense with Lance. because of his
wrist injury.
his hands got rebuilt a couple years ago.
So
I do worry for Lance in that
Yes.
situation. But why does he sound so nonchalant about this? This is so not normal. Why did this car is falling apart worse than my Lego McLaren.
Yeah, so the reason I was laughing is because I just imagine them having the team meeting, Lance and Nui and Fernando is all there, and Lance is like, they ask Lance, how many laps you think you could do? He's like, probably 15. And then they go to Fernando, he's like, I could do 25. It's like a Fernando. Yeah, it's a Fernando thing to do. But I'm laughing on the outside, but on the inside, as a new Aston Martin fan, I'm crying, dude. This is awful. How?
Yeah, this is messed up. Like Aston straight up says they will complete the minimum laps necessary in practice to meet the 107 threshold to be eligible just to qualify. They're going to do a few laps on Sunday before they come into the pits, though. Like they're already saying they're not going to do this race. I don't know why. Why
spend the money to go? Like, why spend money to go over there? Like, you're spending so much money.
The only thing I can maybe think of is they're going to use it as a way to keep testing in race conditions, but yikes, dude.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I don't understand. So thinking of this from like a guy who's like worked on some cars here and there and, a pseudo home mechanic type of thing. Engines normally vibrate. They have dampeners and everything to help balance it out.
It's a very normal thing.
Yes. What did Adrian Newey design this car in such a way that the engine is mounted differently than normal that's causing all of this issues? Or did Honda just forget about dampening?
I think Honda knows how to make engines.
Exactly.
So I don't think that they forgot dampening. What I think happened is there was a miscommunication on the design of the car and the design of the engine, and I think Adrian Newey'd all over the car to the point where no engine. It's like how Red Bull built the car around Max Verstappen in 2024 and nobody could drive it. It's very much like Adrian Newey built the car around Adrian Newey, and Honda doesn't have the way nobody. Alien technology doesn't have a way to power this Adrian Newey design.
Yeah. So it's like, I wonder, I'm trying to figure out, like, seriously, like dampening on an engine is a very, very normal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like our road cars have it. I'm assuming these high-end machineries that cost millions of dollars have something like this. So like Adrian Newey just mounted this way different. Like, did he just find a loophole again somehow? I'm trying to I
like how you're trying to spin zone this into Adrian Newey being a genius.
This is the only thing I got right now because, I mean, V-Carb is doing good. They got that huge air intake, but like on the top, but like they're gonna be midfield, I feel. But like this is my only shot to be good this year, and I put my eggs in this basket, and then somebody just shook that basket so hard that the eggs are falling out.
Also the mirrors and the taillights.
Yeah, and the fingers and the hands.
And the fingies.
And yeah. Oh, and I do have a gift for this.
Okay.
There we go. Just Fernando Alonso just yelling GP2 engine over and over again.
And that's going to get us flagged. It's not your fault. I blame Formula One and their weird things. So yeah, I don't feel good about Aston this season. I really don't.
Yeah, I just I don't know either. Like I guess I just had way high hopes for this team. And then it's just starting to go down really bad. I just don't I've never heard of the engine being so bad. I mean, Honda has a great track record.
Except for McLaren and anytime Alonso's raced.
Okay, they had a great track record in the 2020s.
Fair. They had Max Verstappen in the 2020s.
The car didn't vibrate. It didn't. I mean, it did oscillate up and down, but it didn't vibrate to the point where mirrors are falling off.
I I'm baffled and speechless at the fact that this car is that this is happening. Just that this is happening. That this is happening in the Big 26 in a Formula One car, where
Yeah.
with the team that's established.
Yeah, I don't. It's so mind-boggling, and also like I drive an old pickup truck. My truck vibrates when I go down the road. I'm fine. You guys can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, right?
Something tells me there's a difference between an old F-150 and a Aston Martin F1 car.
I don't know. I bet I could complete more laps.
Oh, all right. And Lewis, before we wrap
Yes.
up, you know what's returning with the Australian Grand Prix?
Some sort of gamble on the grid.
The grid gamble is back and improved for this season. So in the past, I had a D20. That was the Formula dice, and each number was assigned to a driver. You roll it. That's the driver you get. Wherever they finish is how many points you get. And Lewis and I go through the entire season. I super won last season. So Lewis gets the first roll here. But here are the rule changes for this year. Since D22 dice don't exist, can't use the D20 anymore. But what does exist are 11 teams and a D12. So each team is assigned a number, and then if you roll a 12, you get to pick whatever driver you want. So if you roll like a 1, that's McLaren, you get your choice between Oscar or Lando. So I think doing it this way gives you a little more strategic freedom. And that way, if we both land on the same number, it adds like, oh, you picked Lando, I have to pick Oscar.
Yeah.
Or oh, I have to pick Oscar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, do you pick Oscar? I feel like if you pick, because the papaya rules, you can't just pick one driver over the other.
Ha. So I think I've explained that well enough.
Yes.
Lewis, obviously you're going first, so let me roll the new Formula dice. It's white with blue numbers.
Ooh, hopefully it's good. I do have the dice table up, so hopefully.
9, you get Audi.
Ooh.
Would you like Nico or Gabby?
I'll go Nico. Give me Nico.
Really?
Berg. He scored a podium last year.
A podium last year. I think
Yeah.
I think Gabby still did better overall.
Yeah, probably. But I you know what? I'm just my normal picks are not. I mean, I guess I didn't even pick last year. I'm just trying something new this year. Okay, I'm just throwing everything at the wall. Hopefully, it doesn't vibrate and fall off.
Okay, here I go.
Yo, what do you got?
I rolled a 7, which means okay. So my question for you:
That's funny because Mo just said that in the chat before you even rolled that.
7 is Aston Martin, but since we know that Aston Martin is not going to finish the race, may I have a reroll? Huh?
Have they said publicly that they're not going to race, or has it all been speculation?
I mean, that thing
Yeah, it's a quote unquote, I think. But you know what? First race of the season, I'll let you have it, but no more freebies if you win.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I don't. Let's take it to the chat. What's chat say?
Oh, yeah. What would chat say? I mean, Mo's. I'm assuming going to say, "Oh, he said you cannot change the rules."
Okay, I guess I will go with Fernando.
Ooh, yeah, because he's probably going to complete more laps than Lance.
All right, that's Grid Gamble.
Hey, I know how it feels, Mister.
Yep,
I won Grid Gamble and constructors and drivers championship last year.
I'm a winner. I don't know what to tell you.
You got the triple crown last year. What more do you want?
Not Fernando Alonso in the first race of the season in the car that apparently falls apart if you look at it.
Yeah, in a Honda that's a vibrating wrong. Whoops, poor choice of words there.
Okay, well, that has been Formula Friday. Next week, Lewis and I will talk about Australia, and we will preview China. China's the next race.
We are so back. The season's back, Nick.
It's so back. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go to bed early because the World Baseball Classic starts.
Ooh.
Well, technically today, but the team that I want to watch is starting at 4 a.m. So
Hey, that's what time I get up. What team?
nice. Japan.
Ooh.
Okay. Before we wrap up, I need to say something. So I understand that Team USA is also playing in the World Baseball Classic, and I also understand that a lot of my favorite baseball players, like Paul Skeens, are participating for Team USA. Um, this is a take that I have had for a while, and I just need you to stick with me on this one.
Okay.
I root for Japan in the World Baseball Classic because as a culture, Japan cares about baseball more.
Okay.
They do. They just do. The atmosphere in Japanese baseball is compared to a college football game here. I think that they want it more, and I think they get more excited when they get it. But if America wins it, everybody's like, cool, on to MLB. I don't think that Team USA appreciates it. I don't think the country of America appreciates the World Baseball Classic because football is the sport in this country.
Yeah.
People love football, which is fine. That's what it is. But baseball is a sport in Japan, and I want a country who cares about the sport that they're competing on a worldwide level to win.
Yes, I agree, and I like that.
It's not because I'm anti-American. It's because I don't think America cares as a society, as a culture. We don't care about baseball the way we used to, the way that
Yeah.
other countries do.
Yeah, Japan and Korea both love their baseball. Like,
Absolutely.
it is insane. I do like watching Japan because I don't know if he's on the team this year. But last time I'm a Cardinal fan, and Lars Newt was
Yeah.
he was in Japan, and
I mean, obviously Shohei is on Team Japan. It's
Yeah.
impossible to not like Shohei. I love
yeah,
Shohei.
no, Shohei and Newt were like this. I was really hoping Shohei would become the Cardinals because those two were like that, and you know what happened there.
Could you imagine Shohei at the Cardinals?
Oh, stop!
Remember when everybody thought he was going to go to Toronto to the point where even a jet was there and people were waiting for him to come out of a jet and nothing happened? And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, the Dodgers."
Yeah. It's remember when the Dodgers paid him so much money? They only paid him $1 million now for the next 10 years, and then after that, then he's gonna be making so much more money.
Must be nice.
Yeah, MLB's contracts are insane.
Well, the upside is we might not get MLB next season.
Yeah, more contract disputes and lockouts. Woo!
Anyway, not a baseball podcast. This has been Formula Friday. Until next week, I've been Nick. That's